For Denise and Scott Markert, the idea of raising farm animals came about as a way to spend time with their grandchildren. After looking into alpacas, they eventually decided to raise goats. But not just any goats. These are fainting goats.
Here, Hank, it's in my hand, baby.
Those who raise them say they are the perfect family pet. They are loving, playful, charismatic, and will eat just about anything. However, these goats are far from perfect.
Go, go.
These are fainting goats, or myotonic goats by their scientific name, a genetic disorder that when the goats become startled or get excited, causes their muscles to stiffen and contract.
It's not a painful event for them. It's not a mental faint. It's just a stiffening of the muscles. And a lot of them will stiffen just in the hindquarters. Some will stiffen in the forequarters. Babies, when they faint, they cry out, not because they're in pain, because they have no clue what's happening to them.
Denise Markert and her husband Scott have been breeding myotonic goats for close to 2 years now on their farm in Brownwood, Georgia, located just outside of Albany. Their original plan was to raise them as meat-type goats, but after spending just a few short days with them, those plans quickly changed.
They're not just a throwaway eat animal. I don't dog anybody that eats goats, but what we raise, they're pets. They're breeding, they're show. We just sold a show buck not too long ago. They're just awesome animals.
When I get off work, I look forward to coming out here and doing the feeding and spending some time with the kids. But yeah, they're very lovable animals.
They're like your children. When they go into labor, the mamas come and get me, and they say, I need your help, and they want you there. The babies, when they are afraid or they can't find their mama, they come to you. Where's mom? And you take them and you show them mom.
Now, despite their name, once the fainting goat becomes socialized and used to human contacts, the myotonic episodes don't happen as often as you may think. In fact, over time, they learn to adapt and run through the faint. And believe me, trying to scare one of these animals is easier said than done.
What if I went?
No. As quickly as they can become tamed and sweet and loving, they can also turn and become feral. Not feral and mean and aggressive, but feral and not wanting to have anything to do with you. I had an illness and was up for about a week where I didn't have a lot of contact with them. And they would have nothing to do with me. My friendliest goats would have nothing to do with me until I was out there for a while. My daughter came out. I have some disability issues and I walk bent over. Every time my daughter came out, they would run from her. One day she decided to walk up bent over and they all came to her. So they cue into body posture that they're used to.
Anybody watching this, if they want to get into the myotonic goat raising or goat breeding, what would you say to them? What advice would you have?
I would say go for it. It's still, I think, a relatively young market. There's not very many myotonic goat breeders in Georgia, and they're very easy animals to take care of, and they adopt very well to the farm and whatever environment you've got. And they're very loving animals.
I win. Gotcha. Gotcha. You can get mad all you want.